That's a great catch, but unfortunately for the opponent, we have finally found a Pokemon in this video that Gigalith is going to destroy. What is going on, everyone? Ox here with another video. If you're new to the channel, we do upload Pokemon Go content mostly related to PvP, and if you're a returning subscriber like Arjun Cray 8, thank you for the support. In today's video, we are taking a look at some battles in the Open Ultra League featuring a team built around Gigalith with its new exclusive move, Meteor Beam. Now, Meteor Beam is actually a very strong move with a base power of 120 for a cost of only 60 energy and a guaranteed one-stage attack boost each time it is used. Unfortunately, Gigalith is not the type of Pokemon that could take full advantage of a move like this because it only has access to the fast moves Mud Slap and Smackdown, both of which are going to be generating energy very slowly, which means that you will often only be able to reach one Meteor Beam, if any. Being a Rock-type Pokemon also means that Gigalith will have many weaknesses within this meta, making it no surprise that this Pokemon is ranked very low in the PvPoke rankings. Joining Gigalith on this team will be a Cobalion Safe Switch and a Trevenant in the lead. Pokemon such as Obstagoon and Scrafty in the lead will be massive core breakers for this line, but in general, it should operate in a classic ABB style. If you enjoyed this type of content, please consider leaving a like and a comment down below. And without any further ado, let's jump into the first battle right now. So because Gigalith is a pure rock type Pokemon, it is going to be weak to grass, water, fighting, steel, and ground types. And in a meta as wide open as the Ultra League, that is not a good thing. Of all the threats listed here, I would say Obstagoon and Scrafty are the two most dangerous because we are going to be weak to those two specific Pokemon in both the lead with Trevenant and in the back with Gigalith. Now Swampert, of course, is one of the biggest threats to this backline, going to defeat both Cobalion and Gigalith, so you want to have it aligned onto Trevenant at all times. Unfortunately, the opponent swaps out into Cresselia, which is another Pokemon that could cause issues for this backline. Not to the same extent as Swampert, but it forces us to stay in here with the Trevenant, and preserving shields for a Pokemon like Gigalith could be important, so although we won the lead, this is not an easy matchup to play out of. Now after throwing the Shadow Ball, I'm going to swap out into Cobalion in order to soak up this damage, but in hindsight, it appears that I would have been able to Shadow Claw down before Cresselia would reach the Moonblast, which would have prevented us from being in this situation now where we are switch locked against a Swampert. So Cobalion doesn't have a particularly good matchup here against Shadow Swampert. However, with an energy lead and a shield advantage, we could actually do some damage here, and I am going to invest one of our shields in the hopes that we could force the second shield from the opponent, get them to a shields down situation, and hope that Gigalith with that Meteor Beam could do some work. Now this situation right here could be a CMP tie. We are not going to shield, however, instead allowing the Swampert to take out Cobalion. We are going to come back in here with the Trevenant and a shield advantage, and the opponent swaps out into a Registeel, which is definitely not what we want to see with a Gigalith in the back. So because Gigalith doesn't have too much play here, I think the best course of action is to try and preserve this Trevenant, look to catch a Zap Cannon onto the Gigalith. Bang! That's a catch. And now we should be in a position where Trevenant could come in here, Shadow Claw down this Registeel, and get to a move for the Swampert. Because our attack was lowered by that Zap Cannon, this superpower will not be enough to take out the Registeel, and the CMP tie is absolutely perfect. Trevenant will come back in, Shadow Claw down, and we got more than just a super effective Seed Bomb. We are going for the big nuke, Shadow Ball, hit him with that, bang! There it is, 1-0, Hard Counter City. Let's hop into the next one. So Gigalith wasn't much more than a Hitmonlee special in that one, the third shield deluxe, but it was very effective in its role. And we have Trevenant into a Scavalier. This is a beautiful lead to see with this line. I'm building up past the Shadow Ball in case they try to catch it onto something that resists Ghost. This allows them to throw the Mega Horn first on the CMP tie. Choosing to no shield is a risky play on my part. However, they could have Acid Spray, they could be baiting with Drill Run, and Mega Horn does not KO. And thankfully, they also chose to no shield, swapping out into Walrein, and we respond with Cobalion. Now Cobalion here has a very dominant matchup against Walrein, and it's great to see that the Swords of Justice did pick up Double Kick as a move, because we now have many solid answers to Walrein for the Ultra League meta, a Pokemon that was considered to be busted in the previous season. And notice I once again chose to no shield the big move, because Earthquake from Walrein is not going to KO, and this is going to put the Walrein in a position where Gigalith could come in and smack down its way to the final Pokemon, and hopefully Escavalier was their only answer, and Gigalith with 2 shields is going to be met by a Giratina Altered. This is a horrible Pokemon to see. We are going instantly for the Meteor Beam right here. Hopefully the opponent decides to no shield, and bang, that's a lot of damage. With the attack boost and 2 shields at our disposal, we now should be able to smack down this Giratina just like The Rock on Friday nights. Gigalith about to knock out the lights in this Giratina, and the opponent swaps out trying to catch, I guess, a smackdown onto the Escavalier. But Giratina about to get smacked all up in that face, and Gigalith looking like the ace. GG, let's hop into battle number 3. So thus far in this video, we have been picking up some very positive leads, but that ends right here. Obstagoon in the lead, one of the worst things to see with this team, especially if it has Obstruct. And we are going to no shield this move, and it does happen to be Obstruct, which is unfortunate because these Seed Bombs are going to be doing almost no damage now. As you're going to see, this is basically tickling the Obstagoon. We are going to look to catch the next move onto the Cobalion. Hopefully this time it is a Night Slash, but it's actually another Obstruct, and they come in with the Nidoqueen, and this is feeling just as one-sided as the Triple G vs Canelo fight, and that's without Gigalith even making an appearance yet. Gigalith is also going to lose to both Obstagoon and Nidoqueen. We haven't even seen what the third Pokemon is yet, but Nidoqueen is a pretty big core breaker to this entire team. Trevenant is going to come back in here. We do have a Shadow Ball ready to go. Unfortunately, this is not going to be enough to KO, which means that Nidoqueen is going to get off a Poison Fang right here. That's going to leave us pretty low, and Obstructagoon is going to come back in. And at this point, my only hope here is to outpace to 2 Seed Bombs, get those off before the opponent raises their defense with the Obstruct. But with the opponent still having 2 shields, there really isn't much hope remaining, unless there's some sort of magic. And to my surprise, they actually allowed the second one to go through as well, which means if they do not have a third counter to Gigalith in the back, we could potentially win this game, pull off the upset. But let's stop getting carried away, because it's a Trevenant in the back. This trainer came prepared right after the community day, expecting to see all those Gigalith, and he came with the triple hard counters. If he really wants to flex on me, he'll let this go through and disrespect me with the counter down from the Goon. But apparently they do not have that BM blood in them. Welcome to Hard Counter City. Population Gigalith. GG. Let's hop into the next one. Trevenant into Venusaur. After hitting a speed bump in the previous battle, we are back to the positive leads. Opponent is deciding to stay in. We are going straight for that Shadow Ball. Now, regardless of what the opponent decides to do, shield or no shield, we are going to shield up the incoming Sludge Bomb. With Venusaur staying in this matchup, I feel there is a high likelihood there is a second Pokemon weak to Trevenant in the back. Opponent is going to stay in here, and we are going to swap out into the Cobalion and actually double kick down before they reach another move. So Venusaur is gone, Cobalion has an energy lead, and the opponent comes in with a Swampert. So obviously, operating as an ABB team, we are going to want to lure this Pokemon out, and since we do still have a very healthy Trevenant, this match is looking like Hard Counter City once again, and hopefully Gigalith will finally have a Pokemon that it could handle in the back. Trevenant comes back in, Swampert is dumping energy. They clearly are not running Sludge Wave at this point. The opponent swaps out into Granbull, and I make a boneheaded play, going for the Shadow Ball instead of the Seed Bomb when the opponent still has 2 shields remaining. Definitely want to be going for the Seed Bomb here, especially because Gigalith doesn't have a particularly good matchup here against the Granbull either. But in this battle of who is the biggest Harry Maguire, me and this opponent are taking turns throwing the wrong moves, trying to let the other win. That close combat, lowering the defense, allows us to set up for the most disrespectful, unexpected 4 HP bang that you're going to see. Gigalith is a Swampert counter, confirmed. A positive set has been clinched. Let's hop into the next one. So hopping into the final battle of this video, we have Trevenant into Samurott. Once again, another positive lead, and the opponent is deciding to stay in here. I decide to overfarm past the Seed Bomb in case they try to catch. The opponent reads what I was doing perfectly and catches a Seed Bomb onto a Talonflame. That's a great catch, but unfortunately for the opponent, we have finally found a Pokemon in this video that Gigalith is going to destroy. Talonflame taken out faster by this Gigalith than the speed at which you should be banging that like button if you have not already. I appreciate it. Meteor Beam coming through. Samurott is going to shield that up. These smackdowns are laying the smackdown on this Samurott. They take us out with a Hydro Cannon. Trevenant comes back in, going to respect the potential Mega Horn, shield that up, and they swap out into a Walrein. Going to throw the Seed Bomb here for some chip damage before finishing this off with Cobalion. Here it comes in all its glory. Going for the Sacred Sword. This is going to force the final shield from the opponent. And once again, we do survive an Earthquake, so there is no reason to shield here. Even if they do go for the Earthquake, we will survive. Reach another Sacred Sword, take out the Walrein, and then Samurott will be forced to dump its energy because Cobalion will be resisting the Bug-type Fast move. This means that Trevenant will be able to come back in with a shield in hand. And while we could just simply Shadow Claw down, we are going for that Seed Bomb because as a tree, Trevenant is used to things like Samurott leaving marks on it. So Trevenant will leave its own mark with this Seed. Bang! There it is. 4-in-1 set. 4 hard counter wins, 1 hard counter loss. That's how life goes when you are running Gigalith in the Open Ultra League. Not really. Big disclaimer right there. Gigalith is actually a very risky pick to use, and I am pretty sure if I kept running this team, I would lose a lot more battles than I win. Definitely held back a bit by the rock typing, but overall, a spicy, fun pick. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and a comment down below, and if you'd like to see more content like this, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.